I've only had this monitor for a couple weeks but I love it so far. I really only use it for streaming videos and FIFA. It looks great and was super easy to mount with a stand. For $250 this is a great deal. Amazing picture quality, nice thin panel, the color depth is amazing. It's just an amazing monitor. If you got the extra bit of money, pick this one up over the slightly cheaper version with the speakers. The color depth alone was worth it. I hope my phone's camera did it justice. I was considering two 27" HDMI monitors, but decided on one 32" for my needs. I really wanted a monitor that had a good brightness level, which can be lower on more gaming-focused monitors depending on the screen technology. My fundamental need was to display multiple windows, which it does fine, and is a great boost to productivity versus flipping between screens. The picture-in-picture is one of the features I really wanted. I can display up to 2 concurrent windows, with a choice of 5 locations. The display is crisp, and fine for my eyes. The color rendition is good. I've seen better, especially on some 4K screens, but it is not disappointing, and the colors seem reasonably saturated, and are fine for photography. But there are some that are much better. Check out some of the ViewSonic and Philips displays. As I noted, the brightness is however good for a large display. The feature that really swung the Acer display was the pit function. I could not find this feature on any monitor at this time for less than $300/up. This allows me to run a development system and operate side-by-side of pit modes to use both systems. This is really awesome. The Acer has 3 inputs to select from, 1 display port, an HDMI, and 1 DVI. I run the Windows 10 laptop into the DVI, and a Raspberry Pi into the HDMI and the Mac into the DisplayPort input. I run the Mac at QHD, which it performs flawlessly. The Linux Pi runs on HDMI at similar resolution, and the laptop in a window at same res as the local display. I have an external keyboard switch to share the keyboard and mouse between the Mac and the Pi. This all works very well. The only clunky bit is the hidden controls and on-screen display on the Acer. That's me. I have also used the screen with my old Apple TV, which is nice when you are working sometimes. I wish there were a few more pip options, but the basics are well covered. I also have headphones connected to the display and can listen to music etc. at night without waking up the family. There are no onboard speakers however. That would be my one out in a perfect world. This screen does have a VESA mount. I have this hung off a nice wall mount which frees up more desk space and is easy to adjust to suitable viewing. This is something that a lot of models do not support in the value end of the market. In my experience with a super large screen, this is a must-have. I would not buy a monitor without this feature. The enclosed stand is very nice finished, but I have not used it, so no further comment on that. Obviously all the inputs work, and features. Also the monitor plays nice with the Mac, a 2011 Mac Mini server, and Windows 10. It also works fine with the Pi, which makes for a really nice little Linux system bite. So top marks for compatibility. Oh, and yes, it works with the Apple TV Gen 3. The picture is a little low res though, so not the coolest. I would use a more current model for serious viewing. I did not use the supplied cables. I purchased these nice nylon covered cables from Amazon, Ubuntu. They work well, and feed through the mount nicely. On size, I think you could go up to about 40 inches on the desktop, but it may become tiresome to use. I find 32 inches works fine for my needs. 27 inches would have the usual line down the middle, so I don't think the extra space would be as usable, or at least as flexible. Click link in description for more reviews.